This is a Fox News alert, a big legislative victory for President Trump and congressional Republicans. Moments ago, the president, along with GOP lawmakers, gathered at the White House to celebrate the passage of the tax reform bill. This marks the biggest overhaul of the tax code in 3 decades. Here's the president's reaction.
These are the people right behind me. They've worked so long, so hard. It's been an amazing experience, I have to tell you. Hasn't been done in 34 years, but actually really hasn't been done because we broke every record. I guess it's very simple. When you think you haven't heard this expression, but we are making America great again. You haven't heard that, have you? Paul Ryan and Mitch, it was a little team. We just got together and we would work very hard, didn't we, huh? It seems like it was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun when you win.
Indeed. The chairman of the key congressional committees also had high praise for the president. Here's Orrin Hatch, chairman of the Senate Finance Committee.
We're going to make this the greatest presidency that we've seen, not only in generations, but maybe ever.
Bring it up, though. The bill now heads to the president for his signature. So let's start with the congressman because you're here. And what do you think of all this? Did you think at the beginning of the year this would happen?
No. And not only did they do that, but they actually repealed the individual mandate. So it was
and they're going to drill in Anwar, which blows me away. And they're going to drill in Anwar,
a place that I've been there. By the way, there's not even a tree to hug in Anwar. So this is good public policy. It makes the country better. And Orrin Hatch, I think, gave the most heartfelt sentiment. He's talking from his heart. I think you had Paul Ryan. It's a huge accomplishment. He's spent his entire career trying to pull this off. A lot of praise, a lot of patting people on the back. And I think next year when people have more money in their wallets, despite the duking it out that I saw yesterday between you and Jesse, Democrats didn't have a plan. They didn't have a solution. And President Trump is delivering by putting more people's money in their own pocket.
Now, did you say that Democrats don't have a solution? So
no, they don't.
If Republicans, one, had a solution to Obamacare, a better plan, I'm thinking they would have passed it, but they didn't. Secondly, here comes this plan that's being celebrated today, and hats off to President Trump and Republicans because I think this is his single, Dana says his big legislative accomplishment. I think it's his only legislative accomplishment, but it comes at a terrific cost. And the terrific cost is this. So you guys, today you're jumping around. Tomorrow you've got your version of Obamacare for all time around your necks. According to the polls.
How do you argue?
Let me just say
so wait, now Obamacare is a bad thing.
Well, no, I'm just saying, remember what happened in the 2010 elections, Greg. Wave election, Republicans used Obamacare against the Democrats successfully.
Right. So that's what you're
Anticipate the same thing now with this bill. It's being called, according to the polls, the worst level of support for any legislation in 3 decades. 3 decades.
Don't forget to hit the poll. And
no. I'm just saying, that's pretty incredible.
But the one thing I think about that, Greg, especially when you talk about Obamacare, when you were talking about people who are not on employee insurance, you were talking about a pretty narrow slice of the population. This bill is actually 80% of Americans will be actually seeing a tax cut, and it's not fundamentally changing the way we actually pay for something.
I will say this. Okay. It could have been simpler at the time, but that's because in our perfect world, we want it to be as simple as possible. But compared to the previous system, it is simpler. It's like you're comparing a coloring book to Atlas Shrugged. So we broke it down a little bit. But my favorite part about this whole thing, and I'll touch on the individual mandate thing, there are 3 things about this. You cut corporate taxes and you cut individual taxes. That's one. Drilling Anwar, Obamacare mandate. What just happened today is what I've always dreamed of, dropping a bomb on the coffee shop left. I mean, right now, people are overdosing on patchouli because of this. You guys don't know what patchouli is?
It's a very bad smell.
Yes, but the point is, drilling...
From San Francisco is too much.
Drilling, destroying Anwar, destroying Obamacare.
No, you were right. You were right.
No, I want to destroy Anwar and Obamacare and taxes all in one day. I mean, it is Santa Claus for a free market, free minder.
No, and the thing is, Santa Claus for Mr. Scrooge.
Of course.
And that gets to...
See how happy
but I want to make a point.
Go ahead.
The individual mandate, you cannot underplay what a big deal this is, because what he did was he removed something that was coercive. something that punished people and forced them to buy something when they shouldn't. And now people are saying, oh, my God, millions are going to lose insurance. No, they're going to choose. Right. They're going to choose not to get insurance. That's American. Well, that's different.
He's right? The president for choice.
Yes.
So there he is, pro-choice.
Yeah, why aren't you pro-choice, Juan?
Yeah, Juan.
I'll tell you what the choice is. Millions of Americans without insurance.
By choice, they're choosing
it. So let's say, I'll give you your point. Those are people, there's some people who will choose because they don't have the mandate now to not have insurance. What is that going to do to the rest of our healthcare structure? It's going to cause it to implode. You see people in the insurance industry already letting people go.
But I read this morning, Kimberly, that this bill actually will be good for insurers. So
yeah, let's see. I'm willing to put that on the table.
That'll be a complaint, possibly.
And do you remember, Dana, back in the day, whatever that was, that you had talked about and we discussed on this show that it would have been such a smart move, and I wonder what the congressman thinks of this, to have put this forward ahead of Obamacare repeal and replace because of repealing the mandate and tax reform, putting a win on the board for them, something that they could get some consensus building about, and also effectively, defunding Obamacare with this mandate aspect.
Can I answer that real quick?
Sure,
one thought, because I want to add a question to you.
Sure.
I actually think that I think it worked out the way it was supposed to, partly because if you think at the first of the year, the president and some of his aides were always going after establishment Republicans because they weren't doing enough. And it's almost as if they had to get through the failure to figure out then how to work together later on. So I think it actually all worked out. I wanted to ask you something because the House guys always complain that they've passed 400 bills and the Senate doesn't do anything. And Juan says, well, this is only a singular legislative accomplishment. But if you're doing three things in one bill all at once, then that's actually several accomplishments. Plus, you had the circuit court judges and the Senate really delivered.
Well, and you have Neil Gorsuch sitting on the Supreme Court. And so the president actually got done in 12 months, not even 12 months, faster than anybody else was doing it. But to answer your question, Republicans did have two shots at reconciliation where they only have to get to the 50-vote threshold. They missed that opportunity, and they could have tackled each of these individually. But nevertheless, now here you are coming into Christmas, and huge victory. And nobody should have to justify and, quote, pay for allowing the American people to keep their own money in their own wallets.
I agree.
The fundamental problem that the Democrats is they sold Obamacare on a lie. Keep your doctor, save $2,500. That turned out to not be true. When you tell an American people you're going to get to keep your own money, that's actually what's going to happen, and that will make a fundamental difference.
Well, to me, there's so many indications now that Republicans, even on this day of celebration, are setting themselves up for, I guess, what some people would call a tidal wave election. I think it's going to be 2018, a tsunami. What we see now in the Wall Street Journal poll is that Democrats have an 11-point preference in terms of who controls Congress. But the most stunning number out of the Wall Street Journal this morning, it's now the case that Democrats are seen by the American people as better able to handle the economy than Republicans. That's how damaging this bill is.
I guess it really has been a bad year for Trump when you think about this tax bill and you think about the judges and you think about the new energy policy and you think about ISIS deregulation. Imagine what a good year would be. I mean, I don't know if we can handle a good year. If this is a bad year for Trump, a good year, we might all have heart attacks. This is a consequential phenomenon, his presidency. I think for the sanity of people like Rosie O'Donnell, before they completely implode and end up being incarcerated against their will, you have to admit that this is an effective, consequential phenomenon. If this is an effective presidency, even if you don't like it, you have to admit, or else you're going to go crazy.
But I also have to think that it's an effective presidency because you had cooperative Republicans on the House and Senate side. If you think of Obama's first year, so he had the majorities, Democrats in both the House and the Senate, and they were able to do his signature achievement, which was Obamacare, which ended up becoming the albatross around their neck. I don't think tax reform is going to be that way for Republicans.
But let me ask you, what do you mean by effective? Do you think this is good?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I don't see, when you say effective, I think the reason, what drove this was Republicans saying, oh my gosh, I think Lindsey Graham said this explicitly, if we don't have tax reform after the failure of Obamacare repeal, it will be devastating for the party. We will go into 2018 and we will be shellacked. Republicans will say you didn't deliver. That's what drove this in 7 weeks. all of a sudden everybody had to get on board, bite your tongue. Don't say it's a bad bill. Don't say we have good ideas. Don't say all the money is going to the rich and the big corporations.
You talked about that yesterday, Dana. This is something that Paul Ryan's been very passionate about. He's always been studying the numbers and wanting to do tax reform. So this is something that was kind of, I think, one of his life's goals to be able to do.
And Kevin Brady, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, had several hearings for months leading up to this. Because nobody was paying attention to it. But a lot of these pieces that ended up in the bill, like doubling the standard deduction, things like there were hearings on that, just that, as I recall, no one...
Yeah, can I just respond to this? The Democrats are always, it's a big win for corporations. Democrats only realize that, like, colleges, activist groups, and NFL teams are made of people. Those things are made of people, but corporations must be this kind of like this machine. Nobody gets up in the morning and goes to their office, which happens to be a corporation, which happens to make things, and the more profitable they are, the better things they can make, and they can get cheaper, and they can give raises. But they aren't actually people. They're just big monoliths. They aren't human.
No,
I don't understand that. There's no tenure in a corporation, but there's tenure in college.
No, what I'm saying to you is people are corporations. Americans like corporations.
Yes.
But the way that Donald Trump sold this bill was it's going to create jobs, that the corporations, if you give them more money, are going to invest more and therefore create more jobs. And there's no indication from corporate leaders, and no indication from history, given what happened with the Reagan tax cut, that what happens to that money is more money for the shareholders and bigger paychecks for the executives. Who do you think these
shareholders are? They're the unions, and they're the individuals that buy into these things. And what are the Democrats going to go sell next year? Your taxes were just fine. In fact, they should have been higher. You should have been
to the corporation.
More, Governor.
No, they will simply say, Congressman, why is it that the corporations get 80% of this benefit and you get nothing, buddy?
That's not what they're saying. Their rates are going to go on the individual level. They own these 401k plans. And the reason the stock market has been zooming all year is because this plan was going to actually happen.
Can we give Kimberly the last word?
Most certainly. I think that...
That's it. That's your last word.
And it was excellent. Juan, I think, is obviously a little bit of a Debbie Downer right now. I don't know why.
I'm happy. I think Democrats are going to do great in 2018.
Guess what? There's the corporate aspect of it, but also there's like the individual aspect of it, which is, you know what, I'm going to allow you to decide what you want to do with your money. I'm going to give you a little bit more of it to do what you will, depending. Maybe you have more educational needs. Maybe you want to try and put a down payment on a house or something. Do something for your children.
What about my yacht, Kimberly?
I think that's the point.
You'll be getting no help but mental health. That's it.
My yacht and my servants, because I'm evil and rich.
You have servants?
No. You know what? I'm going to say one more point. It takes a long time for people to get to the point where they consider themselves wealthy. Everybody assumes that everybody is born well. There are people that it takes 30 years to get to a point where you get to a point where you've been paying all your lives, and now you're being demonized.
Well, I actually find this interesting because today I was on a Fox television show.
I hope it wasn't Daily Briefing.
Yes.
Oh, it was brilliant.
You saw it. Anyway, so the host of this show, you wouldn't believe it, she goes on and on. It's the media's fault that the American people don't understand and love this bill.
Pull the tape.
Yeah, it's not Donald Trump. It's the media, that evil media.
That Republican communicators need to always remember Dana Perino's first rule of dealing with the media is that the media is never going to save you. You have to save yourself. So they do have a task in front of them, which is the job doesn't end today in terms of selling tax reform. That's going to be something they will need to continue to do. And I guess that's it.